You can't be doing that on TV.
Okay, so where can I balance? Can I have this to balance my phone?
Alright, you can use that.
But what if I get thirsty? I can't drink on camera.
Don't get thirsty.
Can you do that? You can't.
No, they don't give me money to promote you. Man, lean your camera up against there, drinking.
So how, like, what are the...
One minuto, my friends.
Ain't nobody watching your shit. You can turn it off. You ain't
Shut up. What if I want to save it? I'm just because I don't have thousands of followers like you.
Oh, you taking shots?
I am taking shots.
Taking shots because I'm popping?
I'm popping too. I'm going to be just as popping as you, if not more popping.
You better get your chef game up there.
It has nothing to do with my chef game. It's about me learning more about business and advertising. Feel me?
Late to bed, early to rise. Work your ass off and advertise.
Here we go.
That ain't gonna work. Take it off. Take it off. It ain't gonna work. I'm Joe Collins and I approve this message. Mike, you need to get some headphones so you can hear what be going on this radio. The music is really good. Grab your headphones. These are good. Those are good. Because the music is really good. We be bobbing our heads and everything.
Hey, I want to hear the music.
Oh, it's off now because he turned the music off. Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to another episode of Real Talk Radio with your host, Joe Collins, congressional candidate, California's 43rd District. And I have a co-host today. And this person is, look up, Kashay.
Hey.
Right here at the camera, right there.
Right here. Hey.
Her name is Kashay Master. She's a chef, the chef. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm a culinary artist. I've been a chef for going on 9 years now, in and out of restaurants, hotels, personal chef.
What's your favorite dish? What's your best dish? What's your dish? Like, I cook, right? I dabble in the arts. I heard you say it was an art. I dabble in the arts, and what I find is sometimes people only call me to go to parties to cook, right? So, what is your best dish?
I have not cooked my best dish yet.
Okay, interesting. Well, Kashay Masters, you guys, and this is her first and last time being on my show since she has not cooked her best dish. I think we need to get her hooked up with Chef Ramsay's so she can figure it out. So, okay, so far, what has been the best thing you ever cooked?
That's really tough.
Everything you cook is good, or nothing that you cook is good?
Not every, I mean, when you're experimenting, not everything is going to be good. Sometimes it takes you 2, 3, 4 times to, make something in order for it to come out the way you want it. And sometimes you think you want something a certain way, and that's not the case, and you make it, and it's trash.
I've never cooked anything that was nasty, okay?
Sure?
So let you guys know that, yes, never.
Oh.
So my best dish is my chicken enchiladas. I've never met anybody who cooks chicken enchiladas like I do. And let me tell you, it's the best. I know it, they know it, we all know it. It's the best
Your
enchiladas.
chicken enchiladas cannot be my chicken enchiladas.
You just said you haven't made your best dish. So
That's not my best dish, though.
It's mine. Mine is really good.
Tacos and enchiladas with my eyes closed.
Right.
Alright, cook off.
I was talking to your brother one time, and he was telling me about this time that you almost burned the house down trying to boil water.
Never. Never.
That's what he. That's him. That's him, not
6.
me. You know, I'm a master toaster strudel cooker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then Pop Tart.
Dried it out too.
Anyway, so everybody Cashier Masters here. Tell them where they can find you at on social media. So you can get popping. Since you were just talking about you got a lot of followers, blah, blah, blah. Tell them where they can find you because you got to get more followers.
Well, according to Mr. Joe Collins, I'm not a poppin' chef yet.
That's not what I
don't
said.
have
That's not.
43,000 followers.
That's not, and I have more than 43.
Oh, excuse me. All right. You can find me at Live Masterful. Exactly how it sounds. Live Masterful. LIVEMASTERFUL.
And that's on Instagram or Facebook?
That is on Instagram. I'm not a fan of Facebook.
You got Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, so she only has Instagram, Live Masterful
Live Masterful.
on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow her. She's a chef.
You'll see me.
She bakes, but she says she hasn't found her best dish.
I just started
beg a
baking.
differ.
I just started baking.
So you do have a best dish.
No, I don't. I haven't.
All right, we're about to take a break, you guys, and when we come back, we're going to get more into Cashier Masters. We're going to talk about some things that happened over this last few days. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Now I have to try
Yeah,
to
you
try
hear
your
that.
chicken enchiladas because I know your chicken. What do you put in your chicken enchiladas? Just chicken, sauce, and tortillas and cheese.
Hey, Mike, can you hear that in the background?
Joe Collins. Hold up.
You can hear that?
I'm trying to ask you.
So. he
Hey,
think-
Mike, can you hear that in the background, that
chicken
drilling?
enchiladas. You can't make it.
Listen, we could solve all this on Saturday.
On
next
Saturday, it's
we
going
could.
down.
I'm just saying.
You want to make tacos
Today
and
is Saturday.
enchiladas?
Yeah, next week.
Next Saturday.
A week from today.
It could just be like 6 of us.
Listen.
I'll pitch in.
I'll pitch in.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Well, look, you guys cash at me.
All right.
Cash at me, and let's do it.
All right.
And I will show you whose chicken enchiladas are fire.
I want the taco.
Not fire, fire.
I
I
want-
got you.
What kind of tacos you making?
I was gonna do ground turkey and shrimp.
What?
My turkey
What kind of
tacos
face is
are
that?
fire.
You got a problem with
Look
turkey
at
and
his
shrimp?
face. Look.
That's crazy.
Ain't nobody even looking at that face. Look, you
That's okay.
ain't nobody looking at
But
that
you know what?
Look
Once
at his
I
face.
post
There's nobody in these stories. Listen,
Oh.
I roast all day.
Okay.
Don't even get me started. I do this. If you
Damn.
don't believe me, ask Rob.
I can roast too. That's
Okay,
no
you don't
problem.
want these problems though.
Right.
Here we go. We're coming back. We're coming back.
I want everybody to see what you
Here we go.
Can you listen? Welcome back, everybody. Jesus Christ. This is Cashier first time on the radio, digital TV. And so we got this bet. So we're gonna next Saturday we're gonna see. You know what? Matter of fact, come to the office. Everybody next Saturday if you're watching this, come to the
And
office.
if you want something in the kitchen, cash out.
No. Don't worry about that. This gonna be the campaign's gonna take care of this one. We're gonna have a cook-off. All right. We are gonna have a cook-off, and we're gonna see who can make the best tacos and enchiladas.
You sure you're not
Right?
too busy to cook?
Yeah, I ain't too busy to cook. I can eat. Look at this. You see, I got this Corona belly right here. I can eat. All right. So we're gonna have a cook-off. I want everybody to come. I'm gonna make tacos. I ain't telling you what type of tacos I'm making.
No. You said you can't say advertise enchiladas and then you want to switch to tacos.
Didn't I say tacos and enchiladas?
I
See,
hope
that's
it's
why.
tacos.
That's why you're a chef, not a radio show host. Because I said tacos and enchiladas.
I heard enchiladas.
I'm gonna make chicken enchiladas, and Cashier's gonna make.
I'm gonna make turkey tacos and shrimp tacos, and if I'm feeling real good, I'll make enchiladas.
And I'm gonna make tacos as well, because I'm about that life. That's how I roll. And we're gonna say who's the best.
They're gonna leave yours, and you're gonna see all mine. Gone.
Right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see whose tacos are the best, because I'm telling you, I make really good tacos. Anyways, so how you get in the culinary arts?
Well,
My mom taught me how to get in the culinary arts. She said, you gonna cook or you gonna be hungry, you gonna starve, because you're a man. Ain't no woman gonna cook for you. My
well,
mom told me if you date a white woman, you eat peanut butter and jelly and ham sandwiches and ramen noodles for the rest of your life. Then you have chicken with no sauce. They're not gonna clean it. They're gonna put it straight from the package to the fire. You're gonna be screwed. And I've seen it with my own eyes from my buddy's wife, not mine. And she said, yeah, black woman, good luck, because black women your age don't cook, so y'all can be eating McDonald's. You're not my age. So how'd you get into culinary arts?
Well, I'm sure you've heard I'm very observant. So, as a child, I grew up in the kitchen. My grandmother, aunts, father, mother, everyone cooked. So it was something that I've always seen in the
Listen, excuse the noise in the background. Can you, Mike, can you hear that?
Yeah.
The other mic. You can hear the noise in the background? We're getting work done in our office. We're getting my work done. But we'll work through it. We'll power through it for right now, and then we go to break. I'm having to pipe down. Take care of the show. They have a jackhammer back there, so apparently one of the pipes in our toilet burst, so the floor kept leaking. You know, like for a big rain. Sometimes rain just came straight from the bottom.
Joe flushed his tacos down the toilet.
We haven't made them yet. We have not made them yet. But anyway, so you worked at some pretty popular restaurants, pretty popular hotels, right?
I worked at
What's your favorite place?
My favorite place that I worked at was honestly the last place I worked at. I was a pastry chef over at the Mondrian Hotel.
Nice.
That was my most favorite job out of all 9 years.
What was your best pastry you ever made?
I just got into pastries, so
Cookies.
I really like
Cake.
I really like cakes and cupcakes, pies, like any kind of tart or anything like puff pastry. Like I love it.
I don't like stuff with the fillings in it. You know, you put the filling. I hate that. You bite it and just squirt into your mouth. I'm not
So you don't like jelly donuts?
No, don't like jelly donuts. I don't like jelly donuts. I don't like anything. The only thing, okay.
You don't like surprises?
No, I don't like surprises. The only thing that I like with filling is Twinkies.
Ew,
Love Twinkies.
the most artificial snack you can get.
Who cares if it can sit on the shelf for 7 years?
Who eats Twinkies?
Listen, let me tell you what the best thing about Twinkies are. Twinkies can sit on the shelf for 7 years.
That's the problem.
But wait a minute, let me finish. Your credit is cleared in 7 years. So in 7 years, when your credit is clear, reward yourself with a Twinkie. I love Twinkies. Twinkies are delicious. I used to like honey buns when I was a kid.
Those are really good.
Now that I'm older, honey buns don't taste the same.
Nothing tastes the same.
Yeah,
Too much sugar.
it used to be delicious. Now I'm just like, yeah, I'm over it.
Did you try my cupcakes? You didn't try?
Let me be honest with you. I'm about to do my, so you know Kamala Harris copied off Joe Biden. I mean, not copied off, she copied off Barack Obama. Now let's be clear. I'm not a sweets person. I don't eat that much sweets. I like to drink juice, but I don't eat sweets. When it comes to sweets, I'm not a fan at all. Like that. So what kind of hobbies does a chef have? Because I can imagine that, you know, being a chef, that you work with extreme amount of hours, right? You think about the amount of people that you have to serve at a hotel or a restaurant, hundreds of thousands of people come in that restaurant, probably thousands at a time. So what kind of hobbies does a chef have?
Naps.
Perfect.
I like to shop. I like to read.
Now, on a serious note, right, because since you're a chef, I want to ask a question that I know a lot of people is probably wondering. When you guys make desserts, right, when somebody orders dessert, is desserts pre-made, or do you guys like make them in bulk before the shift and you just hand them out, or do you make each individual dish?
So, depending on what
You gotta go back there after COVID-19 and open up this? Okay, all right, perfect. 'Cause I don't want them to fire you over there.
So, when I was working at the Mondrian, we would like pre-make our desserts. So, for example, we had a berry and chocolate tart, and we would pre-make that, but we would pre-slice it and we would serve it to order. So basically, we would finish with like all of the we plate it, finish with garnish, and send out.
That's terrible.
We don't, depending on what type of dessert it is and depending on the shelf life, we don't serve anything after 4 days. So all of our stuff is fresh.
So you have it for 3 days and then you get rid of
But
it.
it's, yeah.
When you get rid of it, do you give it to homeless people or you just
No, we give it
trash
to
it?
employees.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So, when I used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings when I was in the military, right? And when I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I like to eat the wings and of course the wings. And I used to like the cake. I used to like the chocolate cake, like devil's food cake. And I used to put the syrup on top of it. And I used to tell them, look, listen, warm my cake up 13 seconds, not 15, not 10, 13 seconds, right? Because 13 seconds is the perfect warmth for cake.
Who has a microwave in a kitchen?
Apparently Buffalo Wild Wings do because my cake always came out warm. But that's besides the point. fact of the matter is, when you have a warm cake from Buffalo Wild Wings, put the ice cream on the side, and put the chocolate on it, and you get the cake, get the ice cream. Delicious.
Coming from a man who likes Twinkies.
We about to take a break. We're gonna come back. We get into politics when I come back. Local politics. We're about to talk about these mayors around here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you see how I'm looking at you?
You want me to talk to them?
Yeah, tell them I'm doing a radio show. Back down for a minute.
Wait a minute.
Whatever they can do without drilling shit. You need a shot?
Sure.
I don't have another cup.
Somebody, Rex said, "Who's this cornball?"
Huh?
Got the kielbasa roll.
He's not a cornball. He's.
That's your boo?
No. I need a boo.
You can fill out job applications.
To be my boo? It takes a special person to be my boo. I'll take a shot. Give me a shot. I need a cup.
Can I get a cup?
You get more. You're close to the door.
Hey, grab 2 cups for me.
Thanks.
I don't sound like that.
It's trying to sound like you. So how do I think I sound great. You know why I haven't made my best dish yet? Because I haven't learned like some really amazing things in order for me to make my best dish yet. I think I'm gonna make my best dish this year and next year.
You got 2 of them? Why you get the glass cups? Man, you can't.
No, because where I come from, we always take plastic first.
You take the glass first.
Who's gonna wash the dishes?
You see what I'm saying? See? And that's what I've been thinking about. Even in my house, we use paper cups.
Never had it at home.
I use paper when I don't want to do no dishes.
I always
But I'm
treat places
always
like as
washing
if it
dishes.
was. With respect, right?
You want orange
What is
juice?
this for?
Yeah, let me have some.
We're taking a shot?
I need a chaser, so.
I was pouring in mine.
Oh, okay.
You don't know Kavasi ABS?
Pastor Kavasi,
I'll tell everybody I'm a cheap date. I go out 1, 2 drinks, you got me for the whole night. I'm done.
Like 2 drinks or 2 shots?
2 drinks.
Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers to my delicious food next weekend that y'all gonna have.
To this contest.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure
We are the big winners.
I don't want to put your camera just on you so your boy don't get jealous.
Fuck, I think I got a studio session next week. Let me see.
Is my shirt dirty? I just spilled.
So you
I
should.
think you're fun.
Oh, I'm good.
That was gross.
Yeah, my studio session on Sunday.
All right, we coming
Let's
back.
go, come back.
See, that's why I'm
All right, guys, getting back to our show. All right, we're about to get off cachet. We're about to get into some local politics now. So as you guys know, I've been running for the 43rd Congressional District spot against y'all Auntie Maxine. I say y'all because she not my Auntie Maxine. Y'all know how I feel about her. I'm not a fan. She a clown in my opinion. But we've been out here killing it, man. Maxine Waters been nowhere to be found. And I think the crazy part about all of these things that are going on right now is that now all of a sudden Maxine Waters has an opponent that's actually putting in some real work. Now she want to get out here and try to pass bills. We're going to pass bill for this and pass bills for that. My only question is, why are you not going to pass the bill to help these small businesses in our communities, right? Small businesses are failing. They've been failing for a very long time, but you want to rush back and pass a bill to rename Confederate states or states from the South something because you consider it the names that they have racist right now. I think that's utterly stupid. You rush back to Congress and try to pass $25 billion bill for post offices, which doesn't make sense either because post office have a $10 billion reserve already. Why do they need another $25 billion? It doesn't make any sense to me. But that brings me to my point. Are you a Democrat or Republican? Or independent? Okay. All right, there's another black Republican right here. They're going to call you Uncle Tom. Just be ready for it.
Auntie Titanica?
No, they're gonna call you Uncle Tom, right? And the crazy part about it is a lot of people don't even know the story of Uncle Tom, or they be using it. Somebody left me a voicemail saying, "Hey, we're looking for Uncle Tom." Like, you mean Sam Boy? Right? If you read the story, then you would know. So for all you black people, if you call them black people Uncle Tom, you look stupid. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now. But we've been working really hard, man, and we've been in Torrance. We've been in Torrance, killing it, Harbor City, Lomita. I get an email from the mayor of Torrance, which is crazy. And we gonna ride on the mayor of Torrance. This is what I do. I mean, like, if you want to impress me, we gonna get on your head. So the mayor of Torrance sent me the worst email, and I'm telling you, like, this guy it's an illiterate email, and I'm not the person to try to intimidate. I'm not that guy. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this email because, in my opinion, this guy is a moron. He says, "Please stop," in capital letters, STOP, "the unauthorized placements of your signs in the city of Torrance. I also suggest," this is the part that I don't get, right? I don't understand the first part, but I don't get this part. "I also suggest you remove the ones you have placed either on public or private property with the permission of the owner." This guy's got to be the most incompetent mayor that I've ever ran across in my entire life. Why do I have to remove signs on public or private property when I have the permission of the owner? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Then he goes on to say, "The city has removed many of your signs and will continue to do so. Stop bringing your blight to our community." What do you think about that?
Is the mayor a Democrat?
He's a Democrat, but I mean, like, you know, regardless. As a person, like, when you're in a professional position, right, how can you send somebody an email like this? First of all, you left out a lot of information. Are my signs unauthorized? By what ordinance? By what codes? Are the signs supposed to be there or not? By what ordinance? By what codes? What the heck is blight in our community? Because the last time I checked, the majority of everybody in Torrance are conservative. They hate Maxine Waters, and they probably hate this mayor. They will hate this mayor after we ride on them, though. You know? But what is this? Stop bringing your blight to our community. What is your blight? If the people in Torrance are asking me to come to Torrance because they want to vote for me, they do not like Maxine Waters. And let me tell you, this district was redistricted for somebody else so they can remove Maxine Waters out of office because nobody likes Maxine Waters except Pat Fury. Nobody likes. He's the only person who likes Maxine Waters in this whole entire district. This whole entire district. I'm not sure if he meant this email to be intimidating.
It doesn't look so intimidating.
He probably was like, "I got him this time. You're blight."
With all 317.
Yeah, this guy's a nut job. He's an idiot. And I asked him. I sent him an email. I said, "Okay, great. They're unauthorized by what ordinance and codes?" Because you know what? I've ran through all the ordinance and codes in Torrance, and the only thing that I've seen is crazy. He's not gonna like this. He's not gonna like this. They only have campaign finance ordinance for the city of Torrance. They don't have anything about signs. The city of Los Angeles, the county of Los Angeles doesn't have anything about signs. Federal Elections Commission says that you can place signs wherever you want to as long as they're not by the within 600 feet of a freeway. We don't have any. All our signs are in the streets. So when I look up the ordinance, it says something about campaign finance. First article that pops up was how the mayor of Torrance was fined $35,000 by accepting unauthorized donations. Unauthorized donations. So it was seen that the mayor knows about unauthorized donations, but he don't know anything about sign placement. But we about to take a break, man. We about to take a break, and we about to get on this mayor's head. We about to roast this guy to death. And if you're a resident in Torrance, please allow him to see the second half of this video because I'm about to get on this noggin. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I like the music.
That's Masego right there.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking Pat Fury. He's a fucking...
Y'all not looking at me. I'm about to end this. Coming from him. Y'all ain't looking at me.
That mayor is a clown.
Well, if he didn't tell you the ordinance.
No, he don't know no damn ordinance. He don't know shit. Crazy part about it is I have everything. I have everything that got to do with Torrance, the state of California, and the city on my phone. I'll file a lawsuit. From my perspective, it seems like he's tampering with an election in order to help Maxine Waters win. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah. Let's go see a judge.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Let's go see what the judge has to say.
People think I'm playing.
Do people expect for you to not do research?
Nah, they think because I'm black that I'm dumb.
That you're just gonna go
And
out
you know
and
what?
say-
Bringing your blight down there could be seen as a racist comment.
What's the definition of blight?
Because you're from South Central. Don't bring your South Central down to
Rapid
Torrance.
and extensive
Disease
discoloration,
or-
wilting, and death of plant tissues. Any cause of impairment, destruction, ruin, or frustration. What impairment, destruction, ruin, or frustration? are
He's
you
talking
bringing?
about South Central. He's saying, don't bring South
Don't bring
Central.
that. Oh. Just to let y'all know, I was born in Torrance. Torrance Memorial. Feel me?
So
Where
this
you
is
born at?
perfect.
I was born in Kaiser, South Central Los Angeles. Whoop.
Yeah, I was born at Kaiser. I was born at Torrance Memorial, and I worked there last year too. Ha! Independent contracting. I didn't grow up there, but I was born there. Torrance in my blood. Don't bring your South Central to. Don't bring your hoodlumism. Let's just make up a word. Hoodlumism into. You feel me? Who is Patrick?
Fucking racist.
Patrick. What's his last name?
Fury. Fury.
Philly. Let's see this guy. Okay. Oh, he's from Philly. Okay. How are you from Philly? It's a bunch of black people there. What part of Philly?
Good news.
Yes, sir. It's good news to the gospel.
It's good news.
Okay, that was a double entendre, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, man, it was the best. It was the best name choice.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
We need good news. This hasn't been a year for a lot of good news.
It just sets well when you hear it. It's like, you know, just sets well, man. It's like nobody disagrees with the name, you know? Makes you feel good. That's what I wanted. I wanted an emotional reaction to the name. So.
Too good. The good news. Too good.
TG head.
Too good.
Here we go.
So back to this Mayor Fury, right? He's the mayor of Torrance, California, and this guy, he has to be just as low IQ as Maxine Waters if he's going to be, you know, supporting Maxine Waters, because he used the word blight. Now, this is not my definition of blight. This is the dictionary's definition of blight. Plant pathology. The rapid and extensive discoloration, wilting, and death of plant tissues. Disease so characterized. Any cause of impairment, destruction, ruin, or frustration. The state or result of being blighted or deteriorated, dilapidation, or decay. So, Mr. Mayor, what exactly are you saying when you tell me don't bring your blight to Torrance? Were you telling me don't bring my rapid, extensive discoloration, wilting, and death of plant tissues to Torrance? Or are you telling me don't bring my disease so characterized to Torrance? Do I have a disease? Are you telling me any cause, don't bring my cause of impairment, destruction, ruin, or frustration to Torrance? Or are you telling me don't bring my state or result of being blighted or deteriorated, dilapidation, decay to Torrance? Are you a racist, Mayor Fury? Because from this, it seems like either you're a racist or you have a serious problem with either black people, or you have a problem that I'm black and a Republican at the same time. Either way, I think you should have used a better word other than blight. I think my daughter, she's 13, she could have found a better word than that. What do you think about that? The word blight. He used the word blight in a sentence. How does that
That was
transfer to you?
intentional.
I mean, like, what did he mean by the word blight, though?
I can't.
Don't bring your blight. It sounds like he says, don't bring your black ass to Torrance. That's what it sounds like he's telling me. That's what it sounds like he's telling me. But I've been in Torrance, I've been in Torrance all the time. What are you gonna do?
I was born in Torrance. So.
Okay, so here we go. Panda. Here we go. Okay. Born in Torrance. All right. I wrote the mayor back. I wrote him back. I said, Mayor Fury, I appreciate you reaching out, although the manner in which you did was very immature for a person who was a mayor of a city. Blight, quote unquote. As a mayor of a city, I'm sure your constituents expect better from you. On another note, I am a congressional candidate for the 43rd district, and I am well aware of the rules and regulations when it comes to political sign placement. Due process and fairness of law is a right given to all people. If the city of Torrance has any ordinance on where political signs can and can't go outside of the regulations set forth by the state of California, by all means, I would like you to produce such documents. If not, I'm afraid I'm going to have to file discrimination lawsuit as well as a theft of property. He took my signs. He said it in his email. He took my sign. This is what I don't get about this dude. Like, you're so desperate to prove a point that you're going to tell me you took my signs. You stole my signs. It says paid for by Joe Collins for Congress. You stole my signs. The city has removed many of your signs and will continue to do so. So he will continue to steal my stuff. If black people steal stuff, you know what happens to black people, right? Call the cops and in most cases, depending on where you are, black people get shot, right? So I told him, if not, I'm afraid I'm going to have to file a discrimination lawsuit as well as a theft of property lawsuit against you and your city. My suggestion is to return every single sign you've stolen and return them immediately. I know you support Maxine Waters because he's one of Maxine Waters' puppies. And it is no secret, but I would advise you as a person sitting in a nonpartisan seat not to allow your support for Mrs. Waters determine the treatment of an opponent to Mrs. Waters. It can be detrimental to your career. If you don't like the fact that I'm running against Ms. Waters, then you should resign immediately. And I and my campaign will not be bullied or intimidated by anyone. Now, one thing I don't really think this mayor understands is that you're a duly elected official by the people. So how are you telling someone who is responsible for you getting elected what to and not to do? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't make the rules. The people make the rules. And this is one of the issues that I have with a lot of these elected officials. They get beside themselves. Oh, I'm the mayor. I'm the mayor of a town. Do you forget who elected you? I have more people following me in Torrance on my Facebook page than he has, period, in his whole entire life. And I think that the city of Torrance need to renounce this man, recall him, and get somebody else to be the mayor of Torrance, somebody with class like Mr. Rulio Matucci, right? I know Mr. Matucci. He's a pretty great guy. We had a really rocky relationship starting off, but we worked out our differences and we came to some type of resolve because we understand that moving forward with the city and doing things that benefit the community is what's more important than petty differences. Now, this guy obviously has to be on Maxine Waters' payroll because the way he's coming at me is, for one, it's uneducated. It's not even personal. It's uneducated. And I'm pretty sure Maxine Waters called him and said, you need to tell him to take those signs down, trying to bully me, just like she called Mark Ridley Thomas and told him that we can't have our back to school drive at his center on Vermont. Same stuff. This stuff's been happening, but these people think they can intimidate me, but it's not. I'm not scared at all. So no, I'm not. Read what this idiot wrote me back.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read that. He says.
Sir, this will acknowledge. I'm sure you wear glasses. So. I wear glasses. Okay. This will acknowledge receipt of your. Is that diatribe?
Yeah.
Firstly, while it is very true that I support Congressman Maxine Waters,
See, told you.
that has nothing to do with the inappropriate and illegal placement and removal of your signage, which is the result of countless complaints received from my constituents. Secondly, the fact is that no candidate has the right to place signage, campaign or otherwise, on public property, i.e., City of Torrance, State of California, and or federal property, or on private property without permission from the property owner, and despite your assertion,
Yes, assertion.
I thought it was tripping, that your signage has been stolen, the removal of any and all of your signs that have been placed in violation of local and state laws is well within the jurisdiction of the City of Torrance. Lastly, I do not have an obligation to do legal research for you or your campaign. It is your responsibility to abide with the laws. I suggest you familiarize yourself with state and local laws concerning the placement of campaign signs.
See what I'm saying?
Threatening legal action will get you absolutely nowhere.
This idiot just told me that I need to familiarize myself with the laws that I broke that he can't even tell me I broke. So who's the idiot, him or me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing something illegal, but he can't tell me where to find where it's illegal at.
But you did your research.
Absolutely. Look, they call me Research Collins. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to get right back on Patrick Fury's former mayor, soon to be Patrick Fury's head. Stay tuned.
He was waiting for that email.
Huh?
He was waiting for that email.
What he wasn't waiting for was for this email that I sent him right here, because he didn't respond to this.
Which one? So what how many emails did you send?
I did this one, and he didn't respond no more. Because you know I'm
So you
not
sent
done.
this after the...
After he sent this, then I sent him that, and he stopped
okay.
replying. You can't be illegally placing signs. Well, what laws did I break, sir? Well, I'm about to tell you. Well, the maximum law says anything that can be proven shall be proven, and the burden of proof relies on you because you're the person who was subject to claim.
So what signs did he take down? Like billboards?
All my Joe Collins for Congress signs.
But a lot of them are still up.
Yeah.
Like the actual billboards he took down, or he took down like?
The
No,
yard
he can't
signs.
take
Yard
billboards.
signs.
Yeah, yard
Yeah.
signs.
He took them off of people's personal property?
No, he didn't take my people's
It
property.
has to have been public.
People in Torrance ain't playing games. You don't step on their lawns. But he took the ones we hung on gates and stuff like that. If you want me to tell him we hung on gates. Give shit. That's the fact of the matter is, don't touch my shit. The city of Torrance have ordinance that says that even with signs, if the sign is ill-placed, they supposed to send you notices. But how the fuck you gonna start taking my signs down without sending me notices? I didn't get any notice.
So by law, they're
Life,
supposed to send you
liberty, or
notices.
property.
Yeah, by Torrance law, they're supposed to send me notice.
And U.S. Constitution, life, liberty, or property without due process.
Exactly.
Property without due process.
You got that good spot right there on La Brea though.
Oh yeah.
That's the fucking
I
spot.
told him to leave that one there. I don't want that one to move.
No, when I saw that, I was like, oh, he got the coldest spot. That's the coldest
La Brea
spot.
and what?
Like right before you hit Cincinnati. That's the
There's
coldest.
a
You have to see
lot
it.
of traffic.
And it's on the hill, so you have to see it.
Yeah.
So that was a good spot right there.
All those ones in Inglewood, and they big too, 42-foot billboards.
Hell yeah.
They big.
We come back in right now.
I need glasses.
All right, so this nuts couldn't even tell me what law that I broke. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part right there. You broke the law. Well, what law did I break? Well, I don't have to tell you. Well, maximum of law says that, anything that can be proven shall be proven. And the burden of proof relies on the person who assert the claim. Everybody who's going to court, remember this, because this is how you're supposed to win your court cases. The maximum of law says that anything that can be proven shall be proven, but the burden of proof lies on the person who asserts the claim. Now, in this situation, and this is why I'm going to take him to court, and I'm telling him because according to these emails, he couldn't stop me from losing the lawsuit even if he watched this show, because he's an idiot. He's not smart, right? So he said that I illegally placed signs. I asked him, where did I violate the law? Show me the law. His thing was, you should do your own research. Okay, from the research that I have seen nothing that said I couldn't place any signs in Torrance, from Torrance. So, I told this guy, I said, yo, send me the statutes, laws, or codes, or whatever you're referring to outside of your own personal opinion, because contrary to what you're stating, there are laws that specifically states that for a federal candidate, I can place signs wherever they want as long as they fall within the guidelines of the California election signage placements, and which I made sure that we have. I'm not even going to tell him what it is. He's going to have to go look for himself. Clearly, people like him can't read. That's why he didn't want to tell me the laws. If he can read, I would have been more than happy if I was in his shoes to tell him what laws I place and figure out some type of resolution. But he's a Maxine Waters crony, Maxine Waters teddy bear, so he ain't gonna do that. And I also told him there are laws that states what you are and your order and your employees supposed to do in regards to illegal science. Let me read this to you right now. This is coming straight from the Torrance website, torranceca.gov/our city. Right? This is coming straight. This is why I don't play games with people, because I know how to read. How are you the mayor of Torrance and you don't even know your own laws? Look, this right here, it says the environmental division, code enforcement. This is what it says, right? I'm reading it. I'm directly, from torranceca.gov. And mayor, please pay attention to this, right? Because it's gonna help you out a lot. And I want my signs back too. I told you I want my signs back by Tuesday. You got 3 days to get my damn signs back. We're not playing games with you, all right? Nothing on here says that I can't play signs, right? But if we are talking about code enforcement, let's go here. Our enforcement is progressive. And I don't even know why Democrats use the word progressive, because the things that Democrats do are the opposite of progress. You know what I'm saying? Progressive, which means it's constantly moving forward. Democrats are moving backwards. Retarded. Never heard of that in my whole entire life. Use the right definition. BS. That's the different that Democrats should be using. BS. All right? Our enforcement program is progressive, which means that once a violation is verified, mind you, he said we're getting constant complaints, which means that somebody has violated something, right? Once a violation is verified, we typically give 3 notices: first, second, and final. I've gotten no notices from this numbnuts. If you're getting so many complaints, where are the verified complaints? Where are my notices? Only thing I got was a funky email saying that, hey, we are taking your signs down. We're going to continue to do it because you violated a law that doesn't exist.
Does the email count as a?
This is not a notice. A notice is like, hey, man, you have a lot of signs up. You're violating the law. You're violating this statute, this statute, this statute. This is your first notice. Please remove your signs. Because I'm going to be honest with you. We have every single sign that we put up on a spreadsheet. So I know where all the signs is. Right? The notices may either be posted at the property or sent in the form of a letter by mail or a combination of these efforts. I didn't get anything from this guy. So how can you sit up here and tell me you need to familiarize yourself with the laws when you don't even know your own laws for the city that you're a mayor of? What type of mayor are you? Looking like a Q-tip. I can say that. You can't say that. He looks like a Q-tip. He's pale white with white hair. He looks just like a Q-tip. Right? And Q-tips ain't good for nothing but digging in your ears. And they're even bad for that because you push the wax down further. I use the bobby pin, pull the wax right out. Q-tips don't do that. So he's a terrible Q-tip. The typical time frame allowed for compliance with each notice is 30 days. I didn't get a 30-day notice. I didn't get nothing. I got this email telling me that he's stealing my signs, basically. And I need to familiarize myself with laws that he knows absolutely nothing about. Extensions may be granted if progress is being made towards resolving the violations. First off, I don't even know any violations that I've committed. I haven't seen any complaints. I haven't seen any verified complaints. I haven't seen any of that stuff. None of that. Even in the fppca.gov, under the Torrance section, when it talks about every single election code that Torrance has when it comes to elections, and all these say if you're running for Torrance, if you're running for Torrance, if you're running for Torrance. So I think that mayor needs to educate himself. But I do have a code, 18 U.S. Code, Chapter 29, Elections and Political Activities. And these codes talk about elected officials tampering in federal elections. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, it says troops at polls, interference by armed forces, intimidation of voters, which is pretty much what he's doing. Interference by administrative employees of federal, state, or territorial governments. Holy crap. That's what he falls under. That's what the mayor falls under. This is crazy. So, I mean, I educate myself on a regular basis, but I think somebody is not educated. I think because I'm black and he calls me Blythe, that I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking right there. You know? But, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break. I'm a little parched from getting on this guy's head, but I'm not done yet. Stay tuned, and we're going to talk more about Mayor Fury, and I hope he's watching this show, because if not, I'm going to email it to him anyway. It doesn't matter. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You are so bold.
Huh?
You're so bold.
What are you going to do to me? People in Torrance love me. They hear this, they're going to hate him.
I love this.
I like educating people.
Absolutely.
People think I'm stupid. I do this all day, every day.
Professor Collins.
I'm not a professor.
He's reading right from the code.
Call me Dr. Collins.
He said-
Dr.
he said-
Collins.
You got to call me
He called
Dr.
you Research
Yeah,
Joe?
Research Joe.
Research Joe.
Research Joe. That's what they call me. Hey, Mr. Research Collins.
Research.
I'm going to have to change my name to Research Collins after this right here. This fucking idiot. This is what made me so deadly in the military. That's why I was able to get out on a administrative separation by getting involved in politics.
That's fine.
Do the rules, man. It's one thing to be great at what you do. Rappers, you got great rappers, you know what I'm saying? Rappers are amazing. Motherfuckers don't know shit about business though.
Right, and they some know all about the business, and they suck
Shit
at
about
rapping.
rapping.
But they figured out the business.
That's how 2 Chainz made his money.
Young Dog too.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty good.
No, Young Dog literally said he got into rap because of the money. So
Somebody had a
he wasn't gonna rap until he
Somebody
realized how
had a
much money he was making. That's why he started rapping. He said, I'm not passionate about no rap. He said, motherfuckers came in my city and made 60,000 one night and left. He said, when I seen that, he said, nigga, what the fuck am I doing? And my city came in my city and made 60 bands in one night and left? Oh, hell no. Oh, yeah.
I need to learn more about politics and who these people
All you gotta do is read.
Because I don't know. I don't mind reading. I just don't know like where to go as far as like websites.
Was that anybody?
Resources.
How much time we got? This is the last segment, huh?
Yeah, it's like 6 minutes.
I'll roast this dude all day. Is that somebody?
No.
I thought I heard my friend. Maybe.
Probably those guys back there.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, make him pay.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm gonna do.
1-800, make him pay.
Make him pay.
Like this.
Yeah. Right. How you like this blight?
He said, this blank's taking you to court.
You don't need all those fancy words when you in the middle of Times Square selling fake Gucci purses. I know what Gucci looks like. I'm rich.
Well, you used to be a deplorable and now you're blank.
I'm still a deplorable. Everybody hates me. But they ain't stopped me though.
Yeah.
A Trump Republican though. He don't even support me. We coming back?
Yep.
I like this beat.
All right, let's get back on this mayor. All right, because like I said, they're gonna have to call me Research Joe or Research Collins when I'm finished with this one. You know what I'm saying? Because his words was familiarize yourself with the laws. Clearly, I'm the one who's abreast of what's going on in this political world. See, this is your problem. You stepped in a big boy arena by messing with somebody. You thought I was dumb because I'm black, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I read all the time. Let's get into these violations of election laws because I want you to know what I'm gonna drag you to court for. I love going to court. This is what I do. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna help him because I want you to be familiar with what I'm gonna drag you to court with because you're a smart guy. You used the word blithe and told me to get familiar with these laws, and you don't even know what laws I'm breaking. You ain't told me nothing. All that stuff. You just left me hanging, buddy. But that's okay. We're gonna leave you hanging and drop you right off the side of the cliff. And hopefully, somebody like Aurelio Bertucci or Sharon Kalani takes your place as a mayor because you're trash. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The way I know you're trash is because of how you're doing your homeowners in your city. They're not happy. Maybe you should listen to your homeowners instead of talking to me about the signs that I'm putting up. I'm trying to help you. You got Black Lives Matter protesting at every single, city council meeting that you've been having for the last year and a half because of the kid who got shot by the cops. You haven't done nothing about that. So the residents hate you because, you know, Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, and the people who are conservative hate you because you haven't done nothing about it. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, so I think you got bigger things to worry about than where I'm placing my signs, and I think you need to put your money in a better place. We're gonna drag you to court though, and I don't make promises. You know what I'm saying? This is a guarantee, not a threat. All right. So let's get into these election law violations. For the purpose of carrying out uniform and non-discriminatory election technology and administrative requirements, the Attorney General shall bring a civil suit action against any state jurisdiction in appropriate states, United States District Court. A person should have acted knowingly in order to violate an election law. However, a person not falling within the descriptive terms of the statute describing penal offenses should be excluded. Now, you don't fall in that. You're a mayor. You should know better. That's what they're saying. If you didn't know what you were doing, if you wasn't a mayor, then it'd be okay. But because you're a mayor, you should absolutely know better. You should know these laws, right? All right, dummy, let's keep it going. Okay. Any person voting more than once should be held criminally liable for illegal voting, right? I know we ain't got to worry about that because you're trying to intimidate voters already by not letting my signs up. People need to know who's running these elections, and you're doing a piss poor job of that. All right, let's go ahead. Election bribery is a criminal offense. The following is an example of a state statute describing election bribery. Now, I'm not sure if Maxine Waters is doing this, but if she is, you are absolutely compliant on this right here, right? Refrain from going to the polls. Vote or refrain from voting. Vote or refrain from voting for or against a particular person. I think you're following it out because you removed my signs. People only know Maxine Waters is in that area. You're not giving them the opportunity to know if there's another person running against Maxine Waters because you don't want my signs up, so you having your city take my signs down. Dummy, let's keep going. Vote or refrain from voting for or against a particular referendum on or on an account elector having done by any of the above. All right, let's go through this. Pursuant to 42 U.S.C. 1973I, whoever knowingly or willfully pays or offers to pay, accepts payment either for registration, for voting, or vote will be fined not more than $10,000 or in prison for more than 5 years of both. Right? So I think because you pay your city employees and you having your city employees remove my signs, then you're technically bribing these people to take my signs down without letting them know. Dummy, let's keep it going. Statutes require political advertising to identify a person or organization who is responsible for their appearance. You're exactly breaking this law. You're breaking this law right here. I can go on and on and on educating this dummy right here, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Under this, I'm going to go ahead and post this election law violation when I repost this. But I will see you guys next week. Maybe we'll get on Mayor's Head, maybe not. But we'll be back next week. Stay tuned. Peace.
Wow.
That was great.
Thanks, Mike.
See you next week, Mike.
I was going to do the whole show Roseanne's. That's what I have the whole show prepared for.
I'm sorry I took up your time.
You was on his ass, though.
30 minutes. I have shit after shit after shit. All this shit.
He's on his ass, boy, like Levi's
Too
pants.
much.
Man, I hate